Hello, everyone. And welcome to Saturday morning, Dooger! I feel like I have to match the tone of this music. Welcome to a magical world filled with Beverleys and kitty cats and snuggles and good times. On this beloved Saturday of 2018, shall we be filled with hype? Or shall we be filled with butt bees?
Only time can tell. Only
time will tell what we are all truly made of.
Oh, goodness. Turtle May, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. How are you all? How are you all doing? Can we have both? Sure. You know what? Yes. Max Gun TV, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang as well. Johnny Ringu, thank you for the 8 months. Fighting Gorath, thank you so much for the 3. Diggeren, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Video Game Our People Sometime, thank you for the 16 months. That was such a super serious intro. I try. Look, I gotta keep you guys on your toes. It can't all just be like goofy shit. I say that like that wasn't goofy shit. It can't always be goofy shit up in here, okay, guys? Saint Century, thank you so much for the 2 months. The Chitch, thank you so much for the 7. It's a Trap, thank you for the 30. Calderasha, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Katogangu. Kemzi, thank you for the 16 months. GG Shampoo, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang as well. Charlemagne, thank you so much for the 6 months. Zero Goofs, who are you? This is a new me. New me, new goofs. New me, new goofs, new hair. There's nothing different about my hair. It's just washed. I just washed it. That's all that happened here. Frank, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support to all new subscribers. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. And be kind to your fellow burritos, as always. I get to see it live and not the VOD. What's up, Schneeze Ticker? How are you? Washed hair. I know. What is this? What is this? Where are we? Zalfo, thank you so much for the 36 months. Oh my goodness. We're going to see that good 3-year gif. I hope it's been an amazing 3 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. And here's to 3 more years. Kaiju Dance Party, thank you for the 31. Oh, thank you. I put on makeup today. Later, I'm going to be seeing a bunch of old college friends. There are a bunch of us that live out here, and as a bunch of you know, my friends Leah and Harry, who I went to college with, are staying with us right now, and so they were like, we should put together like a lunch. We should do a big lunch. And I was like, yeah, we could do that after Saturday morning Dooger. That would be totally fine. And so we've set it up, and I was like, I should probably put myself together before I go on Saturday morning Dooger, because we're literally leaving like right after. So yeah, thank you. I'm glad that it looks good. G-Wiz Leia, thank you so much for the 2 months. Ren, thank you for the 5. Needs more brow pencil. I don't own a brow pencil, so I mean, I'm sure that's true. Eclipseon, thank you so much for the 5 months. PCN, thank you for gifting a sub to Almost All Might Will.
Welcome,
Almost All Might Will.
Cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito.
Almost All Might Will. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Here, I'm sorry, I'm just staring at it, going, I don't know how else I could have. I don't know how else I could have pronounced it. Heroic, thank you so much for the 7 months. Mrs. Geek, thank you for the 3. Davovo, Vovo, thank you for the 5 months. Now I won't need to click the Prime button every month. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sure you could make it work with a Sharpie. Yeah, oh, BRB. BRB. I've been informed that I need more eyebrow pencil. Scoppermon, thank you so much for the 2 months. Schmooze Tigger, thank you for the 17. It's Eater of Cheese's birthday. Eater of Cheese, happy birthday. Thank you so much for spending part of your birthday with us. Can we get some Duke birthdays in chat for Eater of Cheese? Thank you so much. For Rax, thank you for the 35. Oh, for Fox's sake, thank you for the 5. I fucking love the Duke birthday emote. It is my favorite. I still feel like we should rename it to Duke Celebrate, but I love it. It's so cute. It's like super readable too. Like you know exactly what it is. Oh, it's great. I love it. I love it. We have a lot of subscribers with good ass names. It's true. Duke fart emote when? We've had it for a while. We've had it for a while. We've had it ever what? We got it like a week after the fart. After the fart. In caps. The fart. There's that little toot. It's okay, my name is terrible. Your name isn't terrible. I just wanted to make sure I took my best crack at how you wanted it to be pronounced. Oh, and happy birthday to Bluish's dad as well. Dad, if you're there, if you're watching this show, I'm not teaching your sweet spawn anything that matters at all, but they're a lovely member of my community, so... Nelly G, thank you so much for the 15 months. Bishownenizer, what a great name. Bishownenizer, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And Invicta Kalis, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. Jattern, thank you for the 18. It's the first SMD I've been able to come to in a long time. Well, welcome. I hope that it's a good one. I hope you have fun today. No, we are not in sub-only mode. We use sub-only mode very rarely. Very, very, very rarely. I have that exact shirt and flannel. The Your Favorite Anime Sucks shirt and the green flannel, we could be matching literally right now. Wimp Dork, thank you for the 7 months. And Renee the Bat, thank you for the 14. Also, do you like that I made a point of being like, yeah, I'm going to be seeing people I haven't seen in fucking so many years. So I decided to put like nice makeup on, but I also wore a goddamn like... Look, I just really want them to know what sort of person I've become. And the answer is the exact same person I was in college. Lord Nova, thank you so much for the 3 months. That shirt's hilarious. I'm so glad it still fits you. Yeah, a lot of the t-shirts, if they're long enough, fortunately, I don't like super form-fitting t-shirts anyway. So a lot of my t-shirts are like unisex small. So they're long enough that they still cover everything, which is nice. Kevin Flora, thank you so much for the 5 months. How much floor space do you have in the office? Can you walk around? I see Big Ben and other boxes. Oh, yeah. Porbo the Pork, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And Silent Matt, thank you for the 16. Tootie Waka Laka, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome, both of you, to the Cat Gang. I hope you're having a lovely day. Yeah, I can walk around.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Having a good old John around my office. Hudson, thank you for the 3 months. 667 Warwolf, thank you for the 2. Do you do Sam's clothing shopping? No. No, I do not. Sam is a tall boy. Sam is a tall boy. He and I have the same problem where it's like, we need to try things on to know if they're going to fit. We don't have like standard bodies, so we need to just like, what the likelihood of what winds up happening is we get something, and for me it's too big, and for him it's too small. That's what happens all the time, so... Knavish Fox, thank you so much for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. I hope that it's been an amazing 3 years. Thank you so much. and enjoy yourself today. Trixie Phil, thank you for the 26. How tall is Sam? He's 6'4" or 6'5". I think he's 6'4". Since when have we had a Duke baby emote? That's another one. That's another new one. Yeah. My wife locks me in a dressing room and throws things over the door. She won't let me leave until I pick something. Are you the sort of person that just hates getting clothes for yourself? Sam likes having new clothes. He just doesn't like the process of having to find the new clothes that fit, which I totally get. I'm the same. Specifically with like trousers, I'm the same because my legs are shorter. My torso is a normal person's torso, and my legs are super short, which is why anytime in my life when somebody has been like, okay, bend over and see if you can touch your toes, literally my hands can be like flat with my arms bent when I like on the floor because my legs are so much shorter. Earth Calling Jenny, thank you so much for the 10 months. Thorfinn, is it your birthday? I made it before I lurk for my birthday party later. Guys, can we get some Duke birthdays for Thorfinn of Iceland? I have the opposite problem. My torso's short and my legs are long. My mom read a thing a long time ago that was like, yeah, if you sit down and you can't touch your toes, then it means something bad about like one of your organs or something. And I was like, I don't think that that's true. And she was like, yeah, I read it. It seemed like it was a reputable source. Like it seemed like there's some truth to it. And I was like, I don't think so, because I'm a person who has like much shorter legs than the normal person, but a normal torso, which means that there are people out there with much longer legs and a normal torso, or a smaller torso and normal legs, right? And in that situation, it's not their fault that they can't reach their feet, right? Like I don't think that that's true. And maybe she just like explained what she was trying to say wrong, but it was just very odd to me. If she's watching, hi mommy. I know that was a super long time ago. You might not even remember that happened. I tell stories all the time, and my dad will be like, that never happened. And I'm like, it did though. That is a real ass thing that happened. It's true. And my dad cannot remember it for the life of him. Team Yalek, thank you so much for the 6 months. Jake Cantardo, thank you so much for the 4. It's also genetic and has to do with your hips. Yeah, I feel like there's so many factors just about how your body's constructed, right? How's the pillow working out? Oh, the pregnancy pillow? I keep trying to use it. I've realized that I move around a lot. I move around like a lot. So I keep getting into a position that's comfortable, but then I don't want to be in that position anymore. Like I want to roll over, but if I roll over, then I have to adjust the entire pillow because the pillow doesn't work anymore in the position I had it in. And so like halfway through the night, almost every time I wind up just like shoving it off the bed. So it's like nice for a certain amount of time, but a lot of people that I've talked to about it have said that once I'm like when I'm bigger, because in the 3rd trimester the baby just like fucking explodes, right? Like it just gets huge. In that trimester I'll be really uncomfortable and it'll be really nice to have that pillow. But right now I'm still able to easily lay on my side and stuff without it. So I'm tossing and turning a lot. Mary Grace, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. Iraxis, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang as well. Both of you, I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you so much for tuning in. The baby has a blast element. Yes. Fact. Dukes has a mommy glow today. No, this is just makeup. This isn't a real glow. This is a manufactured glow. Every time we talk about the Spawn, it sounds like a weird Dark Souls boss. Mountain Coder, thank you so much for the 35 months. Almost 3 years. That's exciting. Yesterday, while we were playing Aegis Defenders, I kept talking to her, and chat would get really confused. Because she was like she was kicking the shit out of me. So I started being like, baby girl, I need you to chill. I need you to stop. I need you to stop doing that. Because mommy's like trying to kill robots, and you're making it really hard. I would look over at chat and everybody'd be like, is she talking to the baby? Jamie Mingus, thank you so much for the 17 months. And Null Rush, thank you for the 34. I think the mommy glow is them being too tired to wash their face in the morning. What? I don't understand what that means. Baby girl too buff. I know. You're pregnant. Where have I been? I am 26 weeks. A little over 5 months pregnant. Yeah, it was I think it was during the section that I had to redo multiple times. So she was probably very frustrated. Like, Mom, I swear to God, I know exactly what you need to do. I know exactly how you need to defend this base. And it's killing me. Gold Mattress, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. Isn't 26 more like 6 months? I think 27 is when they consider you in the 3rd trimester. We're like right around the corner of being in the 3rd trimester. I started watching you when you were still working in some coffee shop 7 years ago, and now you're pregnant and married to Sam. I'm so proud. I never worked in a coffee shop. I'm trying to think of what you're thinking of. But either way, yes. I'm pregnant and married, and it's also very bizarre to me to think about that, but in a good way, in a very, very good way. No, I never legitimately worked in a coffee shop. There was a shop that I went into and I would like help out, but I never like actually worked there. Is it true that you didn't recognize Kristen? Yeah, I wouldn't openly admit that if it was a lie. Coffee business is going great. Yeah, it's going really, really good. I'll be excited once we have like everything else all set up, but yeah. You and Spam are going to be such great parents. That baby's going to have the best sense of humor. Thank you. Has Sam ever watched your old YouTube videos? Oh yeah, we've gone on lots of like deep dives. I've seen all of his super weird Facebook photos. He's seen all of my super weird Facebook photos. We've watched each other's like earliest videos. It's quality. It's quality shit. Well, it's funny because the cats, Sherlock and Watson, Leah was like, do you actually call them Sherlock and Watson? And I said, sometimes I still call Sherlock, right? If Sherlock's walking over, I'll go, Sherlock, right? That's how I say it. But in terms of like pet names, he's Buddy. So I'll be like, hey, Buddy, how are you? Or with Watson, she's Baby Girl. She'll show up and I'll go, oh, Baby Girl, what are you doing? But now I've also started calling the actual baby girl. And Sam's like, they can't both be baby girl. You have to choose. You have to choose because one is a fucking cat. So which one is it going to be? Oh my God. Speaking of which, I wanted to show you guys. Leah got me the cutest pins. So there's a little Sherlock with pizza. Adorable. And while I was fawning over this and being like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's a little Sherlock with pizza. She also gave me a Watson with pizza. I was like, Yes! The best! Oh my gosh. They're so good. They're so cute. Twice the pizza, right? Yesterday was pizza day. And so the Kristen story is that yesterday was pizza day. And I took Leah and Harry to get pizza at this Korean pizza place that we all absolutely love. I was like, this is like the best pizza I've ever had. I gotta take you here. They were like, we're down for an adventure. Let's go. Stargazer Juliet, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang today. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. Was that a cup with 3 butts? It's a paw? Yes, it's a cup with 3 butts on it. I have a brand set up now, and I don't know if I like it very much. Warm Water, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Yeah, so like their main pizza is like a bulgogi beef pizza, right? So it's like Korean food. They have a kimchi pizza. It's that kind of an idea. All of it is amazing. And they have what's called the golden crust, which is where they inject like this like sweet potato paste into the crust, which I've told you guys before. I'm not a huge fan of sweet potato. This is like sweet potato mixed with a few other things and then just like put into the crust, and it's so good. So, I think I missed a resub. Hold on. Pause. Noir's Dusk. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Oh, and Secret, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Sorry, I missed that. So I was like, I got to take you to this place. It's our favorite place. Took them there. They were like, this is the most incredible pizza we've ever had. I was like, thank you. There's nothing better than having friends visit and taking them to one of your favorite food places and having them be like, this is amazing. It's such a good feeling, right? It's like, I'm so glad I'm not wasting your time. Zizzy Rogue, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. So as we're like settling up, right, and I order Sam's pizza because I'm going to be taking Sam a pizza, a girl walks in and sits at the table literally like right across from us. And I was like, that girl looks so much like Kristen. Inside, in my head. I was going, that girl looks so much like Kristen. But she was on her phone like this. And she had like bright red lipstick on. And I was like, I've never seen Kristen wear red lipstick. And I can't get a really good look at her face. But fuck, like her clothes, like she's wearing the same kind of clothes that Kristen wears. Her hair looks almost identical. Like, I don't know. And I thought to myself, here's how I was thinking about it. I'm a loud ass bitch, right? So I'm thinking, I'm talking very loudly with my friends Leah and Harry. And I know that I have my like vocal quirks and things. So if I'm talking a bunch, eventually Kristen will overhear me and be like, is that Brooke? And it never happened. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not Kristen. Here, we've like done the back and forth, right? Maybe it's not Kristen. She doesn't recognize my voice. She's not looking up. It's fine. So they tell us that the pizza's going to take a little while. Wordman, thank you so much for the 5 months. They tell us the pizza's going to take a little while. And I was like, oh man, well, one of my favorite boba places is also nearby. And Harry was like, I've never had boba. And I said, cool, let's go get some boba. So we all go to get boba. And I'm just agonizing over this. Not in like a, oh my God, she's going to be so upset way. But just in like a, fuck, was that Kristen? And I should have just like walked over and been like, Kristen? Right? Like done one of those like, Kristen, just to see if she turns around, right? And I just didn't. I just like didn't do that. Caterpillar, thank you so much for the 4 months. Oh yeah, boba tea is like bubble tea. It depends on where you are, what you call it. And it's like milk tea with tapioca balls in it. That's like the most basic version. So I texted her and I was like, are you at Love Letter Pizza right now? That's the name of the place. I was like, are you at Love Letter Pizza right now? And for anybody who was like, but what's the name of the place? I gotta know. Are you at Love Letter? She said, yes. And I was like, no. I said, are you at Love Letter? And she said, oh my God, what are you about to tell me? That was her response. And I was like, we were literally just at Love Letter right across from you. And she goes, no, what are you telling me right now? I was like, I couldn't tell if it was you. And she goes, what do you mean? You see me every day. Volpine, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. She was like, what do you mean you see me every single day? And I was like, I know. I don't know what happened. I panicked. I thought that maybe it wasn't you. So she and I were like laughing about it. And I was like, I'm about to come back and pick up the pizza. So I'll say hi at that point. So like the three of us went in to grab the pizza, and then we talked with Kristen for a while. And she was just like, I don't understand. I don't understand how you could look at me and not think that's Kristen. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to me. Yeah, well, like, on Twitter, there's a Twitter thread where I was talking with Aaron Umatani, who I used to do Swords and Stitches with. Aaron Umatani responded to like the conversation between me and Kristen, and he was like, yeah, I was actually reading an article about how there are people who are like, who will always recognize someone. Like my dad can look at somebody who I've said this before, and there's always people in chat who are like, I'm like that. My dad can look at someone who he went to first grade with. He's in his 70s now. He can look at somebody he went into first grade with and be like, I think that's so-and-so, and go over and be like, hey, did you go to such and such, elementary school? And they'll be like, yeah. And he'll be like, oh, I'm so-and-so. I don't know if you remember me, but we were in the same class. Like, it blows my mind. Like he just like recognizes the fine details in a person's face, right? And he just like immediately knows that is the person. And the opposite end of it is the second you take somebody out of the context of where you normally see them, it's much harder to recognize them. So like, if, say, I saw Kristen in a place where I've never seen Kristen before, I probably have the sort of brain that would go, that's not Kristen, because she's not at the office, so it's definitely not Kristen, right? It's so weird. Yeah, my dad can never remember names at all. He like traded, right? He doesn't have even like a small amount of both. He has an incredible amount of one and then none of the other. So there's a girl that I have known my entire life. She has been a friend of mine my entire life. Literally to this day we still talk. And he will always call her the redhead girl because he does not know her name. He does not know her name. I'm bad with names and faces. I've gotten better with names, but I've had to come up with like tricks for myself. I have to repeat the name back to the person and do stuff like that. Otherwise, I won't remember it. Nalis, thank you so much for the 3 months. And Pinwiz, thank you so much for the 6. My dad is also severely dyslexic. So he would write up like grocery store lists, and my mom and I would go to the grocery store and literally have to like decode. We'd be like, what did he want us to get? What is this? It was amazing. It was amazing. I found that for me, whatever the first name is that the first name that comes to my mind is normally the right one. Even if I start to convince myself like, oh, but what if that isn't their name? If I'm like mostly sure and I just commit and say like, hey, so-and-so, normally it turns out fine. Normally it turns out fine. Hi, Kristen! I can't believe this. I just told the whole story, Kristen. It was good. This is good shit. My dad has dyslexia. I have to decode his text, so I get you. Yeah, man. My dad texts me like, and that's totally why. He texts me like maybe once a year. And it'll be out of the blue, and it'll just be like, "Hey, sweetie pie, love you." But everything will be spelled wrong. It's adorable. It's so cute. I love it. I mean, Kristen was like looking at her phone. Kristen was like doing shit. And I was just being super obnoxious and trying to be louder than normal to see if this girl who looked so much like my good friend Kristen would look up. Like, what? My plan didn't really make any sense. It was just, you know. Listening to the story made me realize I totally heard your voice. Oh, no. Is the fart emote here yet? Yeah, man. It's been here. Show congas. Show congas our fart emote. It is real. Ravencrag, thank you so much for the 6 months. The butt cup? It's not a butt cup, it's a paw! It's a kitty paw! It's not a butt! I can see how if I'm picking it up like this, it looks like a butt though. Now that I pick it up just so, I realize why people keep thinking that this is a butt cup. It's not. It's a kitty paw. It's an innocent kitty paw. It's even got the Pete's on the bottom. You should get a butt cup. I should. You know what? I'm gonna find one. Does that fart emote have a face? Yeah. It's a little like, Where did you buy the butt cup? It's not a butt cup. There's a lovely viewer who has sent me a couple of these. There's like a series of them. Mackenzie. I don't think that she's here right now, but Mackenzie has sent me like 2 of these. There's a subscriber just now. Gluten Freaky, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. I'm muting myself while I blow my nose again. Oh my god, I want Cyberpunk info so bad. It's been so fun driving to Cyberpunk music, but it makes me go, yo, when are we getting that Cyberpunk game though? How long ago did you play Minecraft? Oh my god. Forever. It was you that got me to play it in the first place and I'm back at it. No way. Oh my god. A long time ago. A long time ago I played Minecraft. Duke's checking out the bugs. I mean, if you want the info about why I keep looking at my snot, I can tell you, but I feel like nobody wants to know. I think it'll be really cool to play because they've had so much success with world building in Witcher. I think it'll be really interesting to play a game by them that isn't Witcher, but still has like a huge, like interesting world. Tell us. Okay. So there's, ever since I got pregnant, there has been a lot of blood in my snot, always. And now that I've found out that I'm very anemic, I get really concerned if there's a lot of blood in my snot. So I'm just like, fuck. I need to bulk up my blood. So whenever I blow my nose, I check to see if there's a bunch of blood in it or not. So that's it. That's why. Lots of weird stuff happens with your blood, man, because you have like your blood and the baby's blood. You have like all these extra fluids in your body, to not only like help the baby grow and keep it alive, but also to soften up your body, which sounds really weird, but that's like why you swell, right? That's why pregnant women are always like, oh my God, my hands are swollen. Like I have to wear my my wedding band on a chain because it's just I can't wear it right now. Because your body starts to swell up, and that's why a lot of people complain about like their ankles and stuff. Is because there's like all this extra fluid going through you that tries to like help you expand, and like prep your body for everything that's going to happen in the third trimester. So yes, I need a lot of iron. So lots of cereal, lots of dark leafy greens. Pretty much all meats have iron in them, but still wearing rings, I see. Yeah. I mean, fortunately, my fingers are very tiny, so normally like this kind of a ring would go on this finger, but now this finger's too big, so it's moved on, right? This one is getting to be very tight, and I'm starting to be worried about leaving it on. I keep thinking like, oh, maybe I should grease it up and get it off and then put it on the same chain. But I feel it's like this is the one that has like all the fucking stones on it, right? So I'm like, ugh, feel really weird about having that on a necklace, but pretty soon here I'm gonna get to the point where they would have to cut it off, and I don't want that to happen. So Blazets, thank you so much for the 33 months. Pregnancy sounds very bizarre. It is. It changes literally everything. It changes literally everything about your body. It's weird. My eyes are different. My skin feels different. It's odd. My nails are really, really strong. They've never been strong in my entire life.
Welcome, you fine cat.
Vindrosis, or Vindrodis, sorry. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Also, apologies to all of my viewers who literally every time they show up wind up tuning into baby talk. I don't mean to like repeat myself and talk about the same things over and over and over again, so I'm sorry if that's getting annoying for some of you. What's different about your eyes? When you're pregnant, your eyes get better or worse. My eyes have gotten worse, unfortunately. Baby talk is fun. I feel like I'm sure that it's fun for some people. I don't know that it's fun for everybody. I've been watching forever, and I finally get the sub thanks to the sweet, sweet Prime. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy using the emotes. It was the worst time to lose your glasses. It really was. Really, really was. The fact that I just lost my glasses is the worst. Sir Serpentine and Gecko Shadow, thank you both so much for subscribing and becoming new members of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. And May Berlin, same to you. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Have a lovely day. I appreciate the support. Be kind to your fellow burritos in chat.
Cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
I mean, you're not going to be pregnant all the time. That's true. Eventually, I'm going to have an actual baby outside of my body, and then that's all I'll talk about. You got to help me. You got to help get me out of that. As long as you can still read chat, your eyesight is okay. I mean, I guess, like, sure, if all you value is nearsightedness, then yeah, totally, I'm fine. You lost the enormous glasses? Yay. What do you mean, yay? They were amazing. My grandma glasses? I miss them. I miss them. But I've found lots of alternatives to them. I just need to know what my eyesight is. You have to drive to work, right? Yeah, I do. You should get a set of glasses like Lady Me. God, I don't know why I always pronounce her name Mia. It's the weirdest thing. I've heard her name pronounced May a million fucking times. I've been watching her for so long. I've been watching Carson for so long. Carson mentions May all the time in his stream. And in my brain, I'm going, her name is May. And I always say it Mia. And it's the fucking weirdest brain fart that happens constantly. It's like a mouth muscle memory or something that I'm trying to break. Lady May has great glasses. So does Holly. They both have just like really big statement glasses, and I love it. Delelum, thank you so much for the 5 months. Nick Sarian, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Clockwork, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang as well. Both of you, welcome to the Cat Gang. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. Do you feel like you have to eat more healthily at the moment? I'm trying not to put as much garbage in my body. Yes. Are we playing anything today or just talking? I don't know. I have to be gone by noon. But I don't know. Your granite glasses were the best, and yes, Holly is adorable. Holly's always adorable. Me Sarge. Oh, welcome. You're a new viewer. Hello. How's it going? And M Buffalo, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Alpha, thank you for the 9 months. Happy Twitch, baby. Christopher Kane Brand, thank you so much for subscribing. And Umbra Sage, thank you so much for subscribing. The three of you, welcome. Enjoy your Cat Gang status. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. How convenient that you're getting all of that delicious food from Freshly. Hashtag ad, right? It's really nice. The Freshly food, like, no joke, has been so nice. Noon, why so early? I always end at noon on Saturdays. It's always a shorter stream on Saturdays. Aquacur, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. Where did you buy the grandma glasses? From my eyeball boy. from the boy who looked at my eyeballs. Nutta, thank you so much for the 32 months. Yeah, you know, the eyeball boy. I don't know what they're actually called. I can't remember words anymore, guys. My brain is shrinking. There's a parasite in my body. So it's the eyeball boy that I went, the old ass eyeball boy who looked at my eyeballs and then fixed them. The optimist? I don't think that's the right word. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's having brain farts right now. Optometrist is the word that I was trying to think of. I should also make an appointment with my eyeball boy. You should. You should. Everybody should see their eyeball boy more often. Do you still cook often, or is Freshly taking care of all of your meals? Freshly does send us enough meals that we don't have to cook, but I still cook. I specifically try to make us breakfast every morning. Nag, nag, nag. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for all the biddies. I appreciate it. They will be used wisely, I promise. That parasite's going to consume your time for years to come. Right, but like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. It's incredible to me how quickly... I feel like a lot of people that I know, who I see often, if I look at a picture of them right before they had the baby, and then a picture of them like a couple years after having the baby, I'm like, this child has aged you. Like being a mother and a father, or, you know, father and father, mother and mother, regardless. Like, having a child, having a small child in your life has aged you in ways. Secret Jack, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And the Box Ghost 2, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Thank you both. Welcome. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. It's the lack of sleep, right? I feel like there's stresses that you don't have until you have a child in your life, which again, I'm totally fine with. I don't know experience-wise what I've signed up for, but concept-wise, I get it. You know, I've wanted, my whole life, I've known that I've wanted to be a mom eventually. So I've thought a lot about the sort of things that come with that. Boxa, thank you so much for the biddies as well. Don't use these wisely. What the fuck do I care? Cool, thank you. I'll buy a pizza or something with that. Thank you, I appreciate it. Gone Like Dead, thank you so much for the 17 months. Kiss goodbye to your sleep patterns. I'm married to Sam Strippin, so there are no sleep patterns in our house anyway. Is she being a mom? I'm gonna be a mom, yeah. In May. I'm gonna have a small baby child in my life. My boyfriend and I have been together for over 6 years. I'm about to turn 30. We're starting to feel the procreation pressure. Like, from the outside? Or, like, you guys feel like, shit, we need to have kids? Like, oh no, we're hitting our 30s. We really should start having kids? Or is it, like, people on the outside are starting to be like, you've been together for a while and you're in your 30s now, and where are the children? Because that's the sort of shit that I have no patience for. Zazara, thank you so much for the 26 months. When it's like an internal sort of weird feeling, I've definitely had that. I've definitely had that strange, like, man, I'm like about to be in my 30s. I'm about to be in my 30s, and I know that I want to raise children. I started looking like very heavily into adoption stuff. Like, I've been kind of mentally on this track for a while. So Gavin Deman, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Not having children is also a very good option. Yeah, absolutely. And again, I don't think that being in your 30s makes you old at all. But I think that biologically, if you're the sort of person who has been thinking about kids a lot, I don't know. It seems like, I don't want to make generalizations, but it seems like a lot of the people that I know that are kind of like me, where they're like, I would love to be a parent to a child one day, right? That once you're in your 30s, you start being like, I should probably get on that soon. I should probably do that soon. Comics Guy, thank you so much for the 11 months. Do you know how many kids you'd like to have? I have no idea what it's like to have one child, so I have no idea, really. Conceptually, I'm like, oh, it would be so fun to have so many kids, right? It would be so fun to have a big family. And for Sam, conceptually, he's like, it would be nice to just have a couple, because he grew up in a big family, right? But neither of us know what it's like to have our own child. So I don't know that we can really make that decision or know what we're gonna be like as parents, you know. Nag, thank you so much for more biddies. 11 months subscribed. I just found out how to use emotes. Oh. Thank you so much. Use those emotes, man. You have 11 months to make up for. Little Miss Wolf, thank you for the 28 months. Twins run in my family and I'm terrified. Twins run in my family as well on both sides. I was like, my potential for having twins is really high. I also told Sam that, and he was like, Not twins. Not twins. Not twins. I think any number of kids is good, including 0. I agree. I think that if you're not the sort of person who wants to have kids, if you're not the sort of person who wants to like be a parent, I think that that's your business and literally not anybody else's. Like, it's bizarre to me the level to which people inject what they think is right about family, like what your family is going to be. And it's like, no, I get to decide what my family is going to be, right? The fact that we're having a child that we like genetically made is not creating a situation where I couldn't adopt children in the future. Like that could be the family that I create. You know, that's my choice along with my partner. So it's, you know, it's bizarre to me how people feel very open about telling you like the right way to have a family and the right way to like live your life. I don't know. I don't get it. I'll never get it. Yo, so my mom is a twin. And for her, it's like I have had a best friend my entire life. You know, I've had the same best friend for my entire life. She cannot imagine a life without my aunt. They were identical twins. They spent every single day together. They've always gotten along amazingly. For her, being with her twin is identical to what I feel like when I'm alone, right? Because they've just always been together, which blows my mind. It's such a like fascinating concept to me. Bye, Thorfinn. Thank you so much for the biddies and happy birthday. I hope that you have a good party. Virtual Last, thank you so much for the 13 months. I think a lot of women get forced into having kids. I mean, what's going to help that is more people saying you don't have to have kids if you don't want to have kids, right? Normalizing this idea. I think that depending on like, there are smaller communities where that's just what you do. You know, there are like communities where people grow up and are like, all right, this is how I have a normal life. And talking more openly about the fact that you don't have to do that if that's not what you want, you know, that like you can still have a wonderful, fulfilled life, just you and your partner, or just you by yourself. Like you don't have to like follow these rules that this kind of smaller community is setting for you. I think just talking about it more is going to help with that sort of stuff. Because I grew up in a very, very tiny town where literally the second that a lot of people got out of high school, they were like, cool, I'm going to get married and then I'm going to have a baby. And some of them are super, super happy and some of them aren't, you know. Mushmallowy, thank you so much for the 13 months.
Welcome, you fine.
And Cormacank, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Anyways, we don't need to talk about this anymore. But yeah. If you're somebody who's getting a lot of pressure from family or otherwise to like have kids and you don't want to have kids, just hear Grammy Doogs. Just hear Grammy Doogs in your head saying, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with your own goddamn life. I love that we have the Grammy Dukes emote now. I feel like all of the most recent emotes are quality. Ed Hang, thank you so much for the 10 months. It's going to be Lunar New Year, which means family's going to ask me when I'm going to have kids. So rip. You're going to be that weird mom? God, I hope so. I'm imagining you as a ghost. No! You're supposed to imagine like a Mufasa-style grandmother. You're supposed to imagine a Mufasa-style grandmother going, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But not like that, but not in a ghost voice. Fuck. You're right. I'm establishing a ghost voice. That's really muddying up this whole thing. Mufasa was dead. Fuck, Mufasa was a ghost. God damn it. I didn't think about that. Shit. You're right. You know what? Yes, I'm a ghost. Grammy Dooger is a ghost, and she's telling you to live your goddamn life. Look, regardless, the message is the same, okay? Oh, fuck. Do a granny voice. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's your own goddamn life. Meh. I hope that's how I sound when I'm old. It won't be, because there was an accent in there that's definitely nowhere in, like, in my normal range. Oh my god, there was a video I watched that made me, like, cry laugh. Grit Fox, thank you so much for the 9 months. Happy Twitch, baby. There was a video of this, like, old Italian grandmother, and she's trying to use, like, the little Google thing. Oh my god. I was dying. I was just dying. I think my mom sent it to me. My mom's side of the family is very Italian, and holy shit, it was so funny. Gabriel, thank you so much for the biddies. You, Jesse, and TB are by far my favorite gaming-related YouTubers and or streamers. Keep it up as long as you like. Thank you very much. I'm so glad. And Will, thank you for gifting a sub to Meme Town. Meme Town, welcome to the Cat Gang. I hope you enjoy your time with us. And T-Zug, thank you for the 22 months. It's literally like this old Italian grandma going, okay, goo-goo. Goo-goo. Okay, goo-goo. then slapping it. And they're like, you don't have to slap it, grandma. You just say, okay, Google. Okay, goo-goo. They were like, ask it what the weather's going to be. He wants to know what the weather is going to be. Okay, goo-goo. Is that your Italian? No, I'm like mimicking what her accent was like, but it's, oh my god, it's so funny. I set up everybody's Google. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's called Italian Grandmother Learning to Use Google Home on YouTube. There you go. Search for that video. It's so funny. Maggie, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. This is... Oh my god, I just found it. My Google Home is trying to talk to you. I'm sorry. Cute Pigeon. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. Both of you, welcome. I hope you're having a great one. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, this is the equivalent of that South Park episode. No, I'm not gonna purposefully do that. It's only funny if it's by accident. Goo goo. So funny. Miss Michelle Jean, thank you so much for the 15 months. Time flies, doesn't it? It really does. It's crazy. Yeah, there are people who the resub will pop up and I'll be like, God, I feel like it was not that long ago that I saw you in chat for the very first time. Like the amount of time that I've been streaming feels like it could, if somebody came to me with proof that I have only been streaming for like a year, I would be like, that feels about right. Like it's just like the time is so bizarre. I've never thought about it, but being named Alexa must be annoying right now. Yeah, I have a friend named Alexa. What type of phone do you have? I have an old iPhone. I'm was gonna show you my cat boy. Basu, come back. Oh, fuck. This is my phone. I am branded. Don't forget, you have a reservation. You're right, I do. Yeah, this is my phone. The thing is starting to peel off, which makes me sad, but Trueheart, thank you for the biddies. I hope you have an awesome time with your friends today. Thank you. All but one of them I have seen in the last like couple of years, but one of them I haven't seen in forever. Like forever. So we keep looking into the Pixel 2s, but their screens are still like kind of fucked up, right? So we're like, maybe we should wait until they put out like a new version of that phone. It might have a better screen. I don't know. Dryers Eat Socks, thank you so much for the 8 months. They've already fixed the screens. The screen is good. Are you sure? I'm gonna look into it later. I'm crying from that video. It's good, right? It's a good video. It's a really good video. I've had 0 issues. My screen is great. Okay. I'm surprised Twitch isn't doing a live stream of the Olympics. They would have to create that partnership with the Olympics in order to live stream it. So, I mean, maybe they reached out, but it's ultimately up to. Gross. There's like a bunch of hair on this. As you were, everyone. It's not just up to Twitch whether or not they can broadcast it, you know. Olympics would want a lot of money for that shit. Yeah, for sure, right? Faux show. NBC has the rights. They're super exclusive. Oh, interesting. I actually didn't know that. I never watched the Olympics. Ponycron, thank you so much for the 5 months. The Olympics are this year? The Olympics are literally happening right now. Well, the Winter Olympics. The Winter Olympics, right? Are right now? Cataclysm, thank you so much for the 3 months. And Pale's Nail Jail, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. If you had to compete in a sport, which one do you think you would do the best? Oh, gosh. Let's see. The only sport that I can think, like standard sport that I can think of that I might do okay in is soccer, just because I played it when I was younger and I've watched it enough that I kind of know the rules. Any other sport, I'd be like, I don't know what the fucking rules are. I don't know what the rules are. Han Josie, what's up? Thank you so much for the 2 months. I hope you have an amazing day too. I'm in America right now, so I'm gonna call it what we call it in America. And when I'm in England, I call it football when I'm in England. So everybody just settle the fuck down. Skepfish, thank you so much for the 20 months. Whoa now, Granny Dukes. No, literally, if I say one or the other, everybody like tries to correct me. If I call it football, then people will be like, football? Which football? American football? What football are we talking about? So if I say soccer, literally everybody knows what sport I'm talking about. And it makes it easier, even if everybody in chat loses their goddamn mind. Devil the Shots, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And Egas, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang as well. Thank you both. Welcome to the Cat Gang. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. I don't know why Americans call it football either, like American football, but that's okay. That's just what we call it, so I don't know why we call football soccer here either. But it's our biggest, I mean, American football is our biggest sport. By far our biggest sport in the country, so. Oh my god. Kabuko said 35k viewers, and I was like, what the fuck? It's 3.5k viewers. I was like, excuse me. Hello everybody, welcome. How's it going? I thought America's biggest sport was hockey. No. Not even a little bit. People who are into hockey are super into hockey. People who are into soccer are super into soccer. Baseball, super into baseball. But like the one that everybody follows, even if they don't fucking want to, is American football. How do you feel about French pressed coffee? I love French pressed coffee. That's how I make my coffee normally. Yeah, I guess if you're saying America is in like the entire area of America, hockey is huge in Canada. So I've always known American football as rugby. They're not the same. They're not the same at all. Rugby is like the hardcore version. Rugby is way more exciting to watch because you're like, somebody's gonna bleed. Like, somebody's gonna bleed real fast in this game. Cooter, thank you so much for the 35 months. Do Americans consider sports like tennis and golf to be posh? Yeah, I think so. Growing up in a very rural area, tennis and golf are like snoozer sports. They're like, oh, only rich people care about those sports. I actually really enjoy watching tennis, but that's kind of the general feel for a lot of people. I'm baked as fuck. What's up, guys? Not much. We're just talking about sports, which I think is a first on this channel. Yeah, I think that tennis is fun to watch. You know what I will never, ever, ever understand, though, is racing. I'll never understand watching NASCAR. Being like, all right, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to watch these cars go around this track over and 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 over again. It's going to be really exciting. My uncle is super into NASCAR, and I remember when I was a kid and we would visit them, if I wanted to watch something else, I was hosed because he had to have NASCAR on all day. He had to watch them go around that goddamn track all fucking day. And I was like, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening in this. I don't understand. I'll never get it. NASCAR's all about drinking beer and just waiting for somebody to crash. That's boring shit, man. Like, why bother? I grew up doing drag races. You really have to be there to get the attraction. My dad used to help build, again, my dad and my grandfather are both like crazy smart. But my dad used to help build like drag cars and fix them and stuff. So he and my uncle put together like a drag team with my cousin Adam. And yeah, I remember they had like all of these weird little awards around and stuff. And I was young enough that I was like, I don't get this. Your dad's amazing. I agree. My dad is very amazing. He knows how to do so much shit. It's crazy. And he can't spell, as we've established in this in this stream. He can't spell any words ever, but he's great. Cricket is the real boring game in the world. I don't think I've ever watched cricket before in my life. Who needs to write when you can do literally everything else? Agreed. Agreed. If he needs to write something, a person can decode it if they really want to. So, cricket is cool stuff. I love cricket. He's a mega dad. Yeah, my dad is like one of those like ultimate blue collar dads, right? Who just knows how to do every standard trade. And never was taught any of it. Just needed to know how to do it, so he just taught himself. It's nuts. It's nuts. He like built most of our house. When are we going to talk about cool sports like boxing? Hajime no Ippo. Danny's a big Hajime no Ippo fan. I love watching MMA stuff. I think it's fascinating. I think that like the really like hold based stuff is really fun to watch when people are really good at like grapples and things. It's super cool. I'm just like, holy shit, how did you contort into that position? Oh my god, how did you get the upper hand this way? It's crazy. I love it. Falcon, thank you for the 18 months. Is there a tracer and Android? Mm-hmm. This girl? We built her on stream. This girl? She needs an actual spot, though. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to get a bug in my ear, and I'm going to rearrange this entire room again. Triblet, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Yeah, the most that I've ever cared about basketball is when I was obsessed with Kuroko no Basuke. The most that I ever like got super into tennis was when I was obsessed with Prince of Tennis. Anime has determined my interest in sports multiple times. Yeah, bug in your ear is an idiom, I guess would be the word. It's the concept of something that won't leave you alone. Like the idea of it won't leave you alone, as though there's a bug that's buzzing in your ear. Sports anime are really strange to me. There are bad ones. There are bad ones. But there are really good ones like Kuroko. Idiom. Not an idiot. An idiom. I thought that was called an earworm. Yeah, I'm sure that there's multiple words for it. Keijo is the best sports anime. But Keijo isn't a real sport, right? We're talking about the concept of like watching an anime. Just, I know that you were goofing. I'm gonna work off of this, okay? Keijo isn't a real sport, but the concept of like watching an anime and then suddenly being super into the sport, like the real ass sport that exists because of that anime. Like, I love Hinomaru Zumo. There's a manga that's entirely about sumo wrestling, and it makes me want to seek out sumo wrestling and watch sumo wrestling. Nate, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. This stream has been A1. Don't leave. Oh, thank you, Matt Golden. I'm glad. There are now real people that play Keijo. I reject that. That isn't real. Sumo wrestling is really cool. Yo, this manga makes sumo wrestling sound fucking incredible. I really want to watch sumo wrestling now. Yeah, Yuri on Ice made a lot of people get super into ice skating. It's nuts. It's nuts. It can totally do that. Like the right medium getting you to pay attention to a thing you've never had interest in. I always think that that's an interesting version of when you might say like, oh, I don't really care about this subject, but my teacher is so good at describing it, or my teacher is so in love with it that it makes me interested, you know? Loving an anime that gets you to pay attention to like the underlying thing, I think is kind of like they're associated. They're on the same tree, right? They're both interesting concepts. Killing Edges, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Matt Golden, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang as well. Have a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. I think you should clear your room. It doesn't look very tidy. Are you the bug in my ear? It's all coming together now. There are bugs in chat. Did Kuroko get you into basketball? Kuroko made me more interested in basketball. I never committed fully to like, I'm going to watch basketball, but Aaron did. Aaron got really into watching basketball. Prince of Tennis got me really into watching tennis when I was a kid. Are you going to play more Scream Collector? Yo, it's still up. It's still open. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. We're at 4.7 billion in this stupid game. Still open. It didn't disconnect this time. The second that I got in and saw that I still had it open, I clicked on something so that it wouldn't disconnect me. Code Knave, thank you so much for the 8 months. What inspired you to start streaming and do YouTube? What inspired me to start doing YouTube was my friend Mike. A lot of you guys would know him as Husky Starcraft. Mike and I went to high school together. We were really good friends. And he started doing like the Starcraft commentary thing and got me to start looking at gaming stuff that was happening on YouTube because it wasn't really a thing that I ever thought about. And then he kind of encouraged me. He was like, I mean, you know, you like presenting things and like you could be really good at this. Like you should try it out. So I decided to do my gaming news show because I was like, well, there aren't that many ladies who are consistently doing anything in this space on YouTube. I think the only one that I could find at the time was Trade Chat. So I was like, okay, I'll do just like a general news show and we'll just see how it goes. And then it went great. And I was offered a job out here and I moved to LA and blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. In terms of streaming, I had done lots of different charity streams. Not lots. I had done like a charity stream each year or something like that. And that's all I had used my Twitch for the most part. And then Sam started being like, you should really consider streaming. And then Amma was like, you should really consider streaming. Like they both saw streaming start to pick up. And both of them were like, you would be a really good streamer. You should seriously like try out streaming. And I was really anxious about it because it's live, you know, and I think for a lot of people, the concept of it being live is a hurdle to get over mentally. And I was like, oh man, what if I say the wrong thing? What if like, you know, what if I just hit deer in the headlights and I don't know what to say and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I slowly started streaming and they supported me and more people supported me, and yeah. Sam and Amma doing a good. Yeah. Amma literally like every day would be like, hey, so if you need help like setting up your Twitch page, like I can help you with that stuff. And I was like, no, it's okay. Like he would try to figure out ways to like keep me thinking about it. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, I think you would be really good at it. If you need any help, like if there's any part of it that seems like overwhelming, like that's what I'm here for. I can help you out with it. And I was like, no, it's fine. Target Bravo, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Amma is Amariel. He's our head mod here. And the worst case scenario is you end up on Livestream fail, which I already have multiple times, so we've done it. We did it. We're here. I would love it if you made a top 5 list. You play a lot of unusual indie games that you don't normally see on other lists. Oh, like a top 5 indie game list? That would be fun. Yeah, I could probably do that. We basically own Livestream fails at this point. I feel like the community at Livestream fails is like a, you know, it's like a family or a group of friends. And I'm the really embarrassing aunt that they just like never run out of stories about. I'm just this aunt that does like crazy stupid shit, and they're like, "Oh my god, did you hear what Auntie Dooger did?" Like that's how I feel sometimes when people are like, "Oh, you're on Livestream fails again." I'm like, "Oh, damn it, again! I did it again." We need an Auntie Dooger emote. I feel like Granny Dooger for the most part covers both, but yeah, I'll think about that, Offered Leak. I'll think about a top 5 indie game list. Yeah. It's gonna be really hard to top Cry hitting his hand on the ceiling fan while doing VR. I'll never top that. I'll never be as funny as VR fails. Never ever. I thought you meant Auntie Dooger. No, like auntie. I'm very American, so I say auntie. But I mean auntie. She couldn't even reach a ceiling fan if she wanted to. How dare you? Lol Panther, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. I just got into Final Fantasy XIV. I'm now binging on all the Super Cousin Adventure Times. What? Oh! I hope you enjoy. Are you liking Final Fantasy XIV? It's super fun, right? I'm looking at Dodger Coffee Co. I just saw the ginger coconut green tea. It looks very tempting. It's my favorite tea. I love it. I love it. It's not messy. It's exactly how I want it. Are you guys talking about my room? People keep coming in and being like, how's, looks like your room is very clean. I feel like it's my mom making multiple accounts. I feel like it's my mom making like 20 accounts and just coming in and being like, oh my, it sure would be nice if somebody cleaned that room. And then she logs out because she knows she knows that she'll get caught, and then she logs in as a different person. Do you have any plans for new emotes or removing some of the not so commonly used ones? I look at them sometimes and I'm like, which ones do people not really use? We use a lot of them. A lot of them get use, which is awesome. I feel like Duke Foxy doesn't get used super often, despite our love of foxes. Duke What doesn't get used super often, even though it's the only one that isn't a cartoon. Yeah, I look through them sometimes. We updated, like, the Duke Coffee emote we updated. So it used to literally just be like a little cup. And now it's like a nyah, nyah, splashing cup. We can never get rid of Swaddleoon. We can never, ever, ever get rid of Swaddleoon. What gets a little use? I feel like I never see people use what. That's the very first emote that I ever had. Why does Swaddleoon look like a monster? What do you mean? That's exactly what Swaddleoon looks like in the game Pokemon. That's exactly what a Swaddleoon is supposed to look like in the beloved franchise Pokemon. We can never get rid of Swaddleoon. Drink doesn't get used much. You're right, which bums me out. What's the story behind Swaddleoon? All right, kids. Gather round for the story of Swaddleoon. I think it was the very first time we ever did a drawing stream with the boys. So it was me, Danny, Dan, the two Dans, Jeremy Chinshu. Was it just the four of us? I think it might have been. I think it might have been just the four of us. And we were playing drawing games. So I would basically, one of the games that we started doing was the Pokemon games, which has become like a big thing. Like a lot of people do that sort of a game now. But yeah, we were like, oh, let's do a game where we like describe a Pokemon and then everybody has to draw what we're describing. And then we see whether or not it's close at all to what the Pokemon looks like, right? That's the kind of standard like Pokemon drawing game. So I was describing Swaddleoon because Swaddleoon is my favorite Pokemon. Swaddleoon is me on the inside. Whenever I look at Swaddleoon, I'm like, I get you. I feel you. It's just like this little leaf creature that's just like, leave me alone. Like, it's just, I love it. So, not that I want to be left alone, but just like the concept of a tiny creature, a tiny earthy creature that just wants to like snug up and just sit. It's me. It's totally me. So I love Swaddleoon. So I'm describing Swaddleoon to them. And that was what Jeremy Chinshu drew as Swaddleoon. We thought it was so fucking funny that we turned it into an emote. And now, anytime somebody is like, why is that what your Swaddleoon looks like? We commit really hard and say, that's exactly what Swaddleoon looks like, always. This is Swaddleoon. I'm sorry, maybe you haven't played a Pokemon game before, but that is what Swaddleoon looks like in the popular children's franchise Pokemon. So, there you go. That's the story of the Swaddleoon emote. I always thought it was some weird lizard. No, it's supposed to be a Swaddleoon. What about the mango? The mango is a manga joke. So when we started, when MangaPod started happening on this channel, we added the mango because Aaron and I would call manga mango all the time. Be like, oh man, you're really excited about this mango. So, yeah, that's the Doog mango emote basically only gets used on Tuesdays during MangaPod. It's so quirky. I know. Oh my gosh. Darvon, thank you so much for the 28 months. Oh, Alcadian, it's literally just because our bot is per bot. So the bot is like a cat bot is the idea. And so since we're filthy weebs, she also says nya or nyan at the end of some of the commands. When we were first setting everything up, we were like, this is a good goof. My boyfriend and I love you. Congrats on the baby. Thank you so much, Nate. Say hi to your boyfriend for me. I honestly don't know what a real Swaddleoon looks like, so this is the true Swaddleoon for me. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't go look it up. Should I read Goodnight Poon Poon? I keep putting it off. Oyasumi Poon Poon is an extremely depressing manga. So just keep that in mind. I think it's very good. It's really interesting in a lot of ways, but it's like there's a lot going on there. It is not a feel-good manga in any sense of the word. Jujamon, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use emotes for evil, not good. Now you've ruined it. I don't think that it ever, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious early on. I think it's kind of obvious that it might be a little bit depressing, that's all. Don't read Poon Poon all at once, it'll fuck you up. It really will. Like in the same way that visually Berserk can sometimes make you feel like I shouldn't read more of this, right? Like you can only read so much Berserk. Poon Poon is the same way, but emotionally. Like I can only read so much Poon Poon. I mean, we've read all of it now. I've read the whole thing, but still, you know. Yeah, Sweetness and Lightning is a fantastic manga if you want something that's like nice and feel good. You can only read so much Berserk because it never fucking updates. Touché, my dude. Because they never got off that fucking boat. They are off the boat now, but... Oh, shit. This is good. I need to get going. Thanks for all the goofs. Bye, Edward. Have a good day. I asked you about Final Fantasy XIV the other day, and now I've spent like 10 hours in the game in 3 days. It's good, right? It's fun. Yay! Thank you so much for the 2 months. Are you gonna dress your baby in crazy outfits? I mean, probably.
Welcome.
Apsalar, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. And Freddie, thank you for the 8 months. I'm sorry that I missed that. I watched quite a few episodes of Kakegurui. But I didn't finish it. How was it, like, as a whole? Any slice of life recommendations? Silver Spoon is a fantastic slice of life.
Welcome.
I am No Pyro. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Silver Spoon is my shit. Yeah, as a kid that grew up in the middle of nowhere, Silver Spoon is also my shit. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, I made a mistake. I smashed a pumpkin, and I wasn't thinking about the fact that it could give me a multiplier. Give me just a sec, guys. Shadow Stealer, thank you so much for the 11 months. It ended in a very see you next season way. Oh, okay. So it was fine.
Welcome, you.
Sir Filikov, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Have you played Monster Hunter yet? Oh, yeah. I'm playing it at home quite a bit. We've smashed 15 out of 25 pumpkins. Look. Smashed 15 out of 25 pumpkins. Oh, shit. Spin the wheel 25 times. Yo, wait. Bam. Nice. Sick. Well done, us. Spin the wheel 50 times now. Oh, no. Anyways. that's what's going on my other monitor. I know y'all read Beastars. How did you like it? Yo, Beastars was not at all what I thought it was going to be. It was great. I was really, really surprised. I didn't expect it to be one of those manga where it was like, we're going to establish this world that's that has like kind of bizarre elements to it so that we can tell really real stories. Like, it was really good. It was really, really good. Beastars, people were making fun of me on Twitter, but this is like literally the best way to describe it. Beastars is Zootopia if Zootopia was made for adults. There are lots of parallels there, and I don't know which one came first, but it's literally about like the relationship between carnivores and herbivores in a society that's made up entirely of animals. So it's like the same concept, right? People were like, not everything that's furry is fucking Zootopia, and I was like, no, you don't understand. It's literally the same. It's the same conflict. Yeah, and the two main characters mostly are like a bunny and a canine, right? Like there's just like lots of parallels there. But it's like really good. It was really good. I was shocked. Black Dragon, thank you so much for the 2 months. I pushed really hard for us to read it because it looked interesting and it was on the recommendation list. And I was like, oh, we should pull more stuff from the recommendation list beyond like the stuff that's obvious. So I was going through the recommendation list and just looking at everything. And when I typed in Beastars, I was like, oh my God, this is literally a manga about like animal people, about like animal people at school. And the summary was very, this wolf kid is in school just like trying to live his life, and over time he's gonna learn more and more about his classmates, right? It sounded super fluffy, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is super different from anything else that we've read. We should totally read this. And I pushed really hard for it, and they agreed. And we put it on the list, and none of us thought it was gonna get as like dark as it did, that they were gonna go to like the level that they did in terms of like all of these characters and what their instincts are telling them to do and like all of this stuff. It was fascinating. And to read something where all of the characters are animals but the character development is better than most manga we've read is just like, all right. Okay. Look, Beastars got it. They're doing it right. So it's called, so like the word beast, like an animal, like beast, but the last part of the word is stars. So Beastars. Do you read any comics at the moment? I have a couple of chapters of Super Sons to catch up on. Apparently the new Batman stuff has been really funny. Batman normally is not funny, but like apparently the new Batman stuff has been very You know those episodes of Dragon Ball that are entirely about Vegeta trying to be a normal ass person? Apparently it's been like that kind of a thing. And I love that shit. I love taking like really edgelord characters and being like, right, but you're also like a dad. So if you could act like that for a minute, that would be great. I love that shit so much. Yeah, it's Bruce struggling with normal. I gotta read it. Brett was like, you gotta get on this. It's right up your alley. You're gonna love it. Dawnseeker, I think, to honestly address that, I think the concept of vor implies like pleasure at being eaten. But these are like actual animals with instincts and they don't want to be eaten. Like, sure, maybe eventually there's a character who's like, I just want one of those fucking carnivores to eat me, right? Like maybe that's a thing. I don't know, but but just overall, no, vor is not like a concept that is very prevalent in Beastars because they focus a lot on like how these are animals that are in a society that's established that has rules, but they also have very, very strong instincts to like either hunt or like be hunted and try to, you know, get away from other people. And they have like a lot of tension around different types of animals, just based on like what instinctually their lives are like, you know? Stop. No, I'm just, because it was sitting there and I kept seeing it go up the chat list. I was like, you know what? Sure. I'll address this. Free Mixer, thank you so much for the 45 months. Hot damn. And how does this liquids? Thank you so much for the 4 months. Of all my shit posts to get noticed. Okay, guys. It's been a good, lovely chat. I'm off to IKEA. I'll say hi to Krendor for you. Excellent. Will there be a Nebula Jazz season 3? I would love for there to be a Nebula Jazz season 3. Whether or not there will actually be a Nebula Jazz season 3 is not up to me, unfortunately. So, fingers crossed. If you loved Nebula Jazz, or if you've been loving Nebula Jazz, please, please, please tune in for these next couple of episodes so that they know that you want it. Peace for me. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. My mom says hi. Hi, Mom. Yeah. So just let them know that you want it, that you like it. Participate in the Q&As and tune into the VODs and watch the stream if you can. And yeah, that's the way to get a season 3. Nebula Jazz is a show that we do on JP's channel. JP does a series of shows called Roleplay, and they're all different tabletop shows. So we have one that is in the Fate Accelerated system that's called Nebula Jazz. It entirely takes place in space. And we've only got a couple episodes left of season 2 with no promises for a season 3. But Nebula Jazz is like so much fun. It's like my favorite show. It's so fun. I love it. And yeah, so if you guys would like a season 3, it won't be right away, but if you would like a season 3, just like let them know. Just let JP and Adam know that you've enjoyed it and that you think it's great. They announced 2 other shows in Roleplay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Nebula Jazz wouldn't come back immediately. There isn't a slot for it. They've already like filled the slots. But I love Nebula Jazz, but the newer time slot has been problematic. Yeah, we were trying to figure out a way because, you know, so many of us wind up at conventions. I don't anymore. So many of us wind up at conventions, though. And so they were like, well, we shouldn't have it on a Saturday anymore because we're having to miss so many episodes. But even with it on a Monday, we were missing so many episodes. So, yeah. Anywho, yo, let's spend all this money really fast. There's the reset button. 1 billion. Bats will be more rested. Killer kitties, cat income times 3. Sure, great. Oh my gosh, we can buy witches now. Oh, not enough witches though. Okay, let's finish that off. Nope. Okay, cool. Did it. We did it. Yay, we got another pumpkin. Adorable. We need more kitties, really is what we need. I feel like once I have one of each of these things, that's when I would want to reset. Does that make sense? People were telling me last time that I should reset now, but I feel like I shouldn't reset yet. I don't know, guys. All right, let me bring up our list of new subscribers so that I can thank you all properly. Yeah, it's like an idle clicker game that we were playing on stream not too long ago because I was like, I was basically like, I just want to keep hanging out and talking to you guys, and I keep looking at this fucking Scream Collector game, and I've never played it, so we're gonna play that. And nobody had a problem with it. It was amazing. Everybody was like, sure, play your fucking clicker game. We don't care. So thanks, guys. Thanks for always just letting me be a goddamn weirdo. I appreciate it. Help me in welcoming our new and repeat subscribers. Thank you to Stairway to Nirvana, Fight Groth, Eamon Casey, Frankenpie, Smivka, Lady Valeriana, Tyroglyphus, Jaylee, Johnny Ringu, Video Gamer People Sometimes, Turtle May, Wizlia, Gurin, Max Gun TV, Kemz, Calderasha, Gigi Shampoo, Frank, Mrs. Geek, Almost All Might Will, Schmooze Tigger, RFR23, Davovovovovovovovovovovo. Oh, for Fox's Sake, Eleno, Kevin Floor, Silent Matt, No One's Minion, Renee the Bat, Invicta Kalis, Bashonanizer, Lord Nova, Hudson, Purba the Pork, Tootie Wakalaka, JH Mingos, Araxis, Mary Grace, Behorn, The Gold Mattress, Noir's Dusk, Stargazer Juliet, Warm Water, Caterpillar, Zizzy Rogue, Black Dragon, Seeker, Vulpine, Nalis, Alpha Whiskey, Gluten Freaky, Sir Serpentine, Vindrodis, William Block, Blazuts, Gecko Shadow, May Berlin, Ditongo. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang right at the end here. Delelim, Nick Sarian, the Christopher Kane Brand, M. Buffalo, Alpha, Clockwork, Umbra Sage, Aquacur, Nutta, Eels Honey Eels, Cormacank, Gavin Daman, The Box Ghost 2, Secret Jack, Head Wiki, Meme Town, Maggie, Cute Pension, Devil the Shots, Pale Snail Jail, Farmer, Dryers Eat Socks, Egiz, Nexio, Triblet, Nate, Lol Panther, Target Bravo, Matt Golden, Killin' Edges, Jujamon, Alone Arsenal, Apsalar, I Am No Pyro, Peace for Me, Jen Nay, Mute, and Sir Filikov. Thank you guys so much for all of the support today. I really, really appreciate it. I will see you guys again on Monday. That'll be our normal stream starting at 1 o'clock. Nebula Jazz is also on Monday. So again, if you are interested in helping out Nebula Jazz, if you like the show, if you're free Pacific time, Monday night at 6 o'clock, that's when our next episode of Nebula Jazz is going to be happening. If you would like to just see what Nebula Jazz is about, all of season 1 is on itmejp's YouTube channel. So youtube.com/itmejp. And you can watch the whole first season. We're about to finish up the second season, and I would love to do a third season. So help us make it happen. Also, Ashy Ilday, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang right at the end here. It looks like my buddy Sig literally just went live. Is that true? Sig, are you live? I got a notice saying that you are, but you're not popping up on my thing. Oh my god, everybody's hosting me. It's auto host, but still. Hold on, let's find out. Sig Neutron. He's live. Yo. Okay. He's going to be doing some of his like sick face-off makeup. So this is like what he's really good at. So if you guys would like to tune into that, say hi to him. He's fantastic. There's going to be a little raid thing that pops up at the top of chat. If you would like to opt out of it, that's totally fine. But otherwise, you're going to get sort of like shoved on over to him. He's lovely. He's such a sweetheart, and he's been streaming a ton. So go and tell him hi from us, and have a great day. I'll see you guys on Monday. Okay? Thank you all so much. Bam. Bye-bye.